Is the new feature coming out on Twitter, the ability to hide replies to your tweets, valuable to your brand? My mission is to make your brand more valuable, and this channel is all about your journey to grow your business. And how do we do that? By discovering your USC, unique success combination. And my job is to find ideas, strategies, and tactics to help you find the winning combination. Is the ability to hide replies to your tweets valuable for your brand? Does it make Twitter more valuable to your brand? Well, it does give you a little more control that you happen to have on other platforms. But other than just blocking or removing, deleting tweets, you really didn't have any recourse if you just wanted to give a gentle nudge. A gentle nudge saying, not on my stream. I guess this means it really goes back to the original conversation about social media. Is it helpful for your brand? I remember in the old days of social media, in the beginning, we would talk to brands about social media. And we would say, you know what? There are people talking about your brand right now. Do you know what they are saying? And if you don't, you do know that there are people saying good things and bad things. And if there are people saying bad things, rather than wondering if there is a conversation out there, why don't you host the conversation? Twitter has been an important platform in the social media community for over 10 years now, and I have a video on why Twitter coming up at the end of this video. We started hearing rumblings about this feature around February, and we started thinking about it. Is this really a good idea? And we will see how the Twitterverse reacts to it. But it's supposed to roll out in June, and this very well may be a good thing. You have more control on other platforms, and Twitter is such a fire hose of information, retweets and tweets back and responses, that, you know, it probably is a good idea to give people who are sharing ideas on Twitter, especially brands who want to keep the conversation civil, the opportunity to at least mute some people who are not following their guidelines. So what do you think? Is this a good idea? Currently on Twitter, you do have the opportunity to mute people or block people from your stream. However, sometimes you just want to give it a little nudge, or maybe there's just a comment that's a little inappropriate, but you don't necessarily want to stop that person from replying more or actually contributing to the conversation or future conversations. So the ability to actually just say no to this specific response, I think this is a good idea. We certainly know there are plenty of trolls out there, and when they get out of hand, then you just might want to mute or block them. But having this option is going to give us a little more control. There does seem to be a trend where people are turning off comments, especially on blogs. You know, a lot of the conversation is actually happening on social media rather than the blogs themselves. So people are turning off the comments because that's one less thing they need to monitor. However, I do think it's important that we keep the opportunity to comment wherever we can wide open. We want people to connect with our brand as easily as they possibly can in the place they want to comment. So turning off comments and having stringent rules around commenting and expressing opinion, I think is a bad thing. However, our brands are important to us, and if we have a comment anywhere that we feel is going to hurt our brand or does not represent our brand in a way that we think could be offensive to our best customers, at least we have the option. Hey, if you're interested in improving your Twitter marketing strategy, I'm going to roll a video right now that can help you out. Here are 4 steps to a better Twitter marketing strategy. This video, we're talking about Twitter. You know, Twitter is near and dear to my heart. I have been on Twitter for over a decade, and I have met some amazing people on the platform. Honestly, Twitter has literally taken me around the world. I have gotten book deals because of my relationships on Twitter. I've spoke all over the country because of Twitter. Twitter has been an amazing social media platform for me, and it can be for you too. And here are a few ideas on how you can do just that. Now, the first thing I would recommend is the one thing I recommend for all social media platforms, and that is to not take the social out of social media. The fact is, Twitter is the one platform that people seem to want to do that the most with. They just want to automate everything. They just want to send stuff out there, but they don't really connect with people on Twitter. But there are a lot of people who are there who would love to connect and network with you if you allow them. But if you're just posting, you're not connecting. It's kind of like walking into a business meeting, handing someone a business card and just leaving. There's no connection there. You need to take the time to build the connections which will establish you as an expert and give you new opportunities. Once you've decided you're done taking the social out of social media and you're on the platform, the next step is number 2, and that is to champion other people. Find people within your target market or within your industry that you can champion. What do I mean by that? Take the time to retweet. Take the time to thank. Take the time to reach out. Let them know that you really appreciate the stuff that they are sharing. Not only should you champion people and let them know you appreciate the good work they're doing, you should also let your community know that they're doing good work, that this person is an expert. And if you would champion enough people, some of those people will actually champion you back. If you really want to engage people, take the time to ask questions. And not just on your feed, but take the time to go to other people's content and ask good questions there too. The third thing you should do is make sure you take a look at your analytics. You would be amazed at the amount of information Twitter shares with you about the people within your community. What do your Twitter followers like? What are their demographics? And what are their most favorite pieces of content that you share? If you truly understand what your community wants and you deliver more of it, your Twitter account will grow and people will appreciate you as the expert. Number 4 is probably the most powerful thing you can do on Twitter, and that is to be human. Take the time to thoughtfully comment on other people's stuff, but show that you're a real person through your posts, through your photos and videos. Twitter has a lot of opportunity to show that you are a real person as well as an expert within your field. And here's a bonus tip. Take advantage of Twitter video. You know, video is an important part of our current social media landscape. And being able to upload short videos or going live can really develop a solid audience, especially if you're consistent. So are you interested in Twitter? Well, check out the next video on why Twitter.